Good afternoon for a change. We are live from the bedroom and we've got a bit of a dormice situation again. As you know, we've got these cute little animals which are called dormice or dormouse, and they are loving it here in the villa because of these cracks. So we've got these outdoor shutters which ride along this rail, and in between here we have these little slots which apparently they use to get to the back there and build a nest. And if they can't pass through it, they will eat the wood, which is not that great. So since I want to conserve these shutters, I will have to remove them so the dormice will move, and then I can find a new spot to build a nest or something. I don't care as long as it's not in the villa. Anyways, I know there's one there's one here, so I'll try to remove this one. But yeah, that's what we're going to try to do. Remove these shutters. We have to remove them at some point anyways, so they won't build a nest and eat our shutters. And here you can clearly see why I wanted to take the shutters out. Because although they can pass it, sometimes they want to go through and they just nibble holes in the shutters, which is not that great. So this one is not looking too shabby, so I think we can restore this one. So what I was not hoping to find is an extra entrance to these cavities, but apparently that's what the gira, the dormice, use. There's still a little baby there. They are so cute, but unfortunately they eat my villa, so that's a big drawback. But anyways, there seems to be an opening there, and I have no idea where that goes, but it looks like we have two walls here, and they can continue in between these walls because that's broken up, so they can continue up, I guess, as far as they want. And then on the other side, I guess you understand why I wanted to remove and clean all these shutters, but we see the same thing up there. It's all broken up and the wood has been eaten, so I guess they can continue up. I have no idea. Obviously really hard to tell from this perspective, but this needs a good cleaning, that's for sure. So I'll just do that, and then that's the best I can do for now. As you all know by now, after a certain time of being either a patron on Patreon or being a YouTube member, you get these plaques as a reward. And I'm pretty stoked about this one because I'm pretty sure this one has been around from the beginning. Newton, thank you so much. I'm out of breath from walking these stairs. So thank you, Newton, for being here from day one. And you've earned a nice little plaque here on the second floor. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Newton, for your support. So we have this product, which hopefully should seal the tiles. So we'll clean a bit of the floor there, and then we can test out this product, see how it works, and if it actually works on these tiles. Okay. That's the test. Now we just wait and see. We can do a little drop test later to see if the moisture stays on top. But now we just have to wait. So in the meantime we can do something else. Good morning. Mini little garden update for anyone who is as stubborn as I am. And if you are, this probably won't help a lot, but still. So I planted these cherry tomatoes and also the plum tomatoes in the back, knowing that they needed support. But I figured, let's try and see what happens if you don't put any support. Well, they've been growing, and obviously growing so tall and so heavy that they fell over. They still keep producing though, but we have some cute little rodents that obviously eat all the ripe tomatoes off of the plants, so that's a bit annoying. And also it's not too healthy for the plants to be laying down like this, I think, because they keep wanting to go up, obviously. Note to self, for next year we're gonna use supports for all the tomatoes. Also we're gonna cover it because, as I said, these rodents really like the taste of fresh tomatoes, as do we. But having said that, these cherry tomatoes are really prolific, so there are a bunch of them. And gladly, even though half of them, I guess, are eaten, I still have some, and they taste amazing. So I can't wait for next year's harvest. The onions are amazing. I think I'll do that the same next year. Garlic I really have to figure out still, because I have not managed to get one garlic bulb, which is a bit annoying. As some of you suggested, I will plant herbs in between this whole vegetable garden to deter any pests. And next year, in case you missed it, so this was the goal for this first year garden, was to see what grows here, what type of rodents and pests and everything we have, what kind of diseases there are for these plants, if they actually want to grow in this climate, etc, etc. So that's first year. That's a big win, I think. I've seen some amazing things, like the onions grow really well, beans grow very well, tomatoes grow very well, sunflowers, a lot of things grow amazing here, which is a big win. As you might have seen, this year we have removed a ton of gravel, moved it all the way to the back of the villa, and made the first places where the raised beds will be. So next year we're gonna up our game and make raised beds. So this year they're obviously not raised. We can see what grows. Next year we're gonna make raised beds, interplant herbs and everything. Next year we're gonna make pickles as well, or gherkins, I don't know what you call them. We're gonna have more type of zucchinis, we're gonna have more type of beans, we're gonna have more types of flowers, more type of, well, the ginger is really kicking off now. It just needed temperature. Didn't know that. It's gonna be awesome. I'm super excited. My lucky day, we've got one ripe tomato. Yeah. Nice. This is literally the only one I got from this whole patch. The rest is all eaten.
Maar ik ruik basilicum.
Ja. En zo. En?
Ja. Lekker.
Hallo.
Hey.
And we're back in the bathroom. We have applied a second coat of the waterproofing for the tiles, and now we're gonna do a little test to see if it actually holds up. So you can see the difference. There is no coating there. It's hard to see the difference between no coating and one coat. And then the second layer is applied, which you can clearly see is this darker area. So let's see which holds off water the best. Okay, so the results are pretty clear. So we got this untreated part here, but the more interesting is this section here. So we got the one layer and the second layer. So this part is second layer, this is just one. On the tile itself, you can see that they're still on the surface, nothing too spectacular. However, on the seam between the two tiles, it is basically gone. We put a droplet right there, and we also did that for this part, which has two coats, but here it's still on the surface. So we definitely need two layers to prevent the water from going underneath the tiles. So the plan now is to make this part where the old blue bathtub was level again, fill it up with, I think, concrete. So when we've made this floor level, we can treat this whole floor in one go in order to prevent water from seeping underneath it. Also, in the meantime, and I just thought about it because we're working with the sewage system again, I've organized for a septic system to be installed and some work done on the electricity, so we don't have to cover that anymore and we can just focus on creating a beautiful bathroom. I saw some of you guys asking about it, so now you know. And now, there. All in all, pretty satisfied. The main goal is that the water doesn't penetrate this floor and wall as easily. And by making sure that we cover it with this type of cement, we can then treat it with the waterproofing stuff, and that should fix it, or at least help.